Estoy yendo hacia la Puerta del Sol.
Wow, mira. Hi everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Today I want to give a special live together with my great friend Rosa Maria, and she's in Bolivia, and I'm here in Japan. And what I'm doing today here is that I just went to South America in October in 2025, and then now I created a book. And then this one is in Japanese. Maybe you don't see it, but after tomorrow you will get one in English, and then I you can get it as a free download. And that's why today I want to speak a little bit. But now we have Rosa, and Rosa is in the temple of Tiwanaku, so I just wanna give her a little bit of a space here. So hi, Rosa, thank you so much for being here.
Look at
Really?
behind me.
Wow, 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 wow. So this is the Puerta del Sol. Yes.
Sun Gate.
Yeah. So I'm gonna make her.
Man, I'm like amazed by that cloud behind us.
Hola.
Hola, hola, qué especial. Yo te hice grande para que la gente pueda verte. Háblanos un poquito. Bueno, pues por favor, que introduzca, ¿no? So please, yeah, talk about yourself, Rosa.
Mm.
Oh, this is Puerto
It's
del
just
Sol.
a huge joy and also a huge privilege. Today, January 20, 2026, in Bolivia, here in Tiwanaku, close by the Lake Titicaca, 20 minutes, and close to the Royal Mountain Range, just behind these hills. Here, the Sun Gate, the portal gate of Tiwanaku, and we send you with the ancestors of this land a huge abundance of blessings to everyone upon Mother Earth, all the huge family in the invisible realms. Here from the Sun Gate, here we have in the middle Wiracocha, the creator of the universe, guiding us and reminding us that we are also divine beings. We came from the same source. And you listen, the birds are confirming. And here is, can you see the sun?
Sí,
Can you see
sí.
the sun?
Yeah, we can see the sun. Yes.
So here with the presence of our ancestors, we know this ancient language telling us there is no space and time. There is just a deep connection from Mother Earth to the universe and from the universe to the Mother. Our ancestors' language was to bring the sacred geometry, all the wisdom from the universe, and is now is expressed or just in the temples. So as above, so below. This is Tiwanaku, the path of the sun, the path of the stars, guided, guiding these ancient temples, sacred geometry, different frequencies, different vibrations, a star language, a Mother Earth language in one language, to let us be in this moment with you, to travel, to cross this gate and make the intention to expand the love, to expand the peace, to expand all the beautiful feelings in our heart in the beginning of this year with the presence of Wiracocha, the creator of the world, and all the hierarchies with him. We send you this language. Tiwanaku is the university or the school of the life that always is telling us, like at this gate, there is always an open door for you. It starts in your heart, it starts in your divine mind. And do not remember that we are alone. We are always connected, always with our ancestors. And the language in the Sun Gate is telling us, remember where do you came from, why you are here, and where do you go, which is the real purpose of your presence upon Mother Earth. What is the most important feeling, action you need to do? As they say, it's about feeling. Feel is the key of this year, to feel what we want, what we wish, or in any expression you want to use, is feeling and visualizing, and then with your mind and with your words, make the confirmation with strength, with power, but with deep love, the universal love. So from Tiwanaku, the Sun Gate, we connect to all the portals upon Mother Earth. And just to create this moment with the presence of the sun, we are the same light, we came from the same source, and we are a solar beings. We are solar beings. We are the light upon Mother Earth. Gracias, gracias, gracias.
Thank you so much, great sister Rosa Maria. It's just so beautiful. My heart is really like crying to see the sun gate really with you at this moment. It's just so beautiful. So, everyone, if you don't know Rosa Maria, she's a great, great guide, but she's like a guardian of the sacred place, the Tiwanaku. And then this time when I went to Latin America, so she was the one who guided me, no, in the part of the Bolivia. And so I'm really, really grateful to her. And then this book that tomorrow you can get the free download. There are a lot of things about Rosa Maria. Really, the latter half of the book is all about her. And then what we did in the Lake Titicaca, and then the Salar Uyuni. And then we went to the, bueno, pues the Aramumuru, where I got this kind of sacred words from the portal. And then now what I'm doing here in Japan. No? So she was really the key person. I tell you that, that the sister, that I have this book, and then you did such a beautiful ceremony in the Moon Island. Yeah, the Moon Island
Yes,
in Bolivia,
sister.
in Tiwanaku. Yeah, then it was really like really hard. Yeah, really like a more like I was like very emotionalized because it's such a beautiful sacred place. And then so she brought my book in secret, and then she just said, "Here, I have your book." And then she started to celebrate my book under all these, ancestors and all the spirits in that temple of the Luna, the real sacred feminine temple. And then, yeah, we had like 2 hours, right, sister? We were just alone
Yes.
there. It was incredible.
Mm.
Yeah.
Just to say
So
goodbye, just to say goodbye, dear sister. Thank you very much for making all these rainbow bridges, creating these bridges, and a lot of love from
thank you,
Tiwanaku.
Rosa. Thank
And
you. Yeah.
all the birds are singing, celebrating the this new baby, this light instrument you created for all of us now in English.
Thank you
So
so much. I
hugs,
love
hugs,
you.
a lot of hugs
Oh,
from
hug,
Tiwanaku,
hug.
and blessings. Keep connecting, keep doing these rainbow bridges. Yes, they are telling to you.
Woo.
You listen the birds. Bye bye.
Thank you, Rosa. Thank you so much. So she was a special guest for this live today
Bye
because
bye.
now she has to guide people there in the temple, and she
Yes.
really made a special 5 minutes for me to be on the live. Thank you so
Bye
much,
bye.
Rosa. Thank you. Thank you. I love
Blessings. Thank
you.
you
Thank
for the
you.
book. Blessings, blessings from Tiwanaku. All the birds are saying thank you. Celebration. Bye bye. Yeah, bye bye,
Thank
sister.
you so much. Wow.
Bye
See.
bye, man. Bye bye.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. Wow. ということで、so now that you saw the Rosa Maria, so I just want to tell you, that tomorrow that you can start to do this free downloading from the Kindle Amazon. And then, so just want to talk about why I wrote this book and what it's all about. No, so first I have this book. This is the Journey the Inner Power. Journey to the Inner Power. This one all came. You don't see it. This one all came by channeling. And then I was channeling some messages. Well, first of all, I really wanted to go to Andes last year. But for some reason, the money was not coming. And for some reason, the money, I mean, anything was not like aligned. And then I was like, well, no, I'm talking about 2 years ago. And then I didn't know how I can do it. How? And then I was asking to my friend Alexandra Girioli and then other people to really see what's going on. No? Why the money isn't coming? Why I cannot go to the Andes? Because I decided to write a book on the Andes, on shamanism, but sounded like that the first book had to be more about myself, my spirituality, and what I'm receiving as channeled message. And so the Apus, the mountains of the Peru, the Andes, they said, "You now you don't come here, but we will come to see you." So the Apus, they came to Japan to surround me, and that's why I didn't feel like lonely, or I didn't feel very like disappointed when I didn't have enough money. But I started to create lots of drawings. So my way of making the book is always coming the drawing the images first, and then I had like 30 drawings at the on my table, but I just still didn't know how to connect these drawings to be a story. But it was all about my past life, because this book, the first book, is about that a little girl in the mountain in the Andes, that the village suffered the fire, and then after the sufferment, and they didn't remember how to really call the rain. So the little girl Anna said that I will go to the other mountain and ask the shaman to teach us how to bring back the rain. And then that was this book about. But then in this book, the little Anna will go traveling all the places, like the the Muru, the portal de Aramuru, and then the Canyon de Colca, and then also like Machu Picchu, and all these places to meet the ancient shamans. And then they recommended her to go to see the Aramuru, the portal, and then also to go to Salar Uyuni. So all these like Lake Titicaca and all this southern part of the Peru, and then it is a border with Bolivia. This area is really the sacred beginning of the Inca Empire and all the mythologies. So this is where, when the world was all in the darkness, but the first light, came down to the Lake Titicaca and the island of the sun. And then that's why I really wanted to go to these islands, where especially like about 11 years ago, 12 years ago, I was in Peru. And then, but I was going to the Lake Titicaca from Peru side. So from the Peru side, I couldn't reach to these islands. And then my dream was really to come back to Bolivia and then go to visit those islands. And then also, I had another dream to meet my favorite painter, the Mamani in La Paz. Then that was like my dream, no? So happened to be that my first book came thanks to Judy Satori, because I read her book in like 10 hours. And then I was like, wow, no, such a concentration. Why I could do so concentrated on and then read the book. And then later on, I found out that she created that book thanks to the light language. So my specialty is that I'm an energy healer, and then I transmit the energy frequencies as well. And many times the light language comes out from my mouth. And the light language for me is really a tool for healing, because the frequency, I am feeling lots of like the photons, and then all the quantums, like a quantum field. And then what I'm doing is really feeling the space, which is kind of like a stagnated with certain things. And then I kind of have to knock out all those spaces to really create the circulations and all that. So for me, the light language really works, no, for those things. And then so the light language, but actually was really the inspiration for me, just watching these drawings which I made. And then I started to say many different things. And then I was recording. And then because I'm the translator, so when I speak in light language, right after I can translate it into English. So I just recorded like in 1 hour or maybe 2 hours all the stories of the 30 drawings, and then started to create the book. So that was my first book, no, which was coming. And then what was very striking for me was that there is a part that I channel the Akhenaten from Egypt. And then when I went to Egypt, And then I went that with my dear friend Khalida went to Egypt. And then there on the desert, there is this crystal mountain. And then one quartz really spoke to me. And then Khalida was like, well, you cannot really pick up the quartz. You cannot bring the stone, no? From the places unless this is for your land work. And then I said, well, these quotes want to come to the Lake Titicaca, South America with me, so I have to bring it. And then, so despite, the Khalida was saying no, but I took this course and then I brought it to me. And then later on, one day, I was holding this quotes, and then all of a sudden, I started to channel on about the Akhenaten. So Akhenaten started to speak to me, and then he told me all the story that he wanted to really reconnect the channel he had between the Karnak Temple and then Lake Titicaca. So it looks like there was like a tunnel where it's an etheric tunnel that he could travel, and then he could even go sometimes to really see the sun from the Lake Titicaca as well, and then also in Egypt. So he kind of asked me to go to South America and then drop these quotes to the Lake Titicaca so that these quotes will be the key to open up the channel again. And then also he asked me to recuperate the sun disk under the from the Lake Titicaca. And then I didn't know anything about the myth about the sun disk in Lake Titicaca until I went to South America, and then that legend really exists. So in this book, when the little Anna was going to the Lake Titicaca, the little Anna didn't really know how to find those tunnels and then even like the sun disk. Then a lady, a native lady, like a medicine woman on the boat came on the lake. And then this was a lady from Aymara, the tribe Aymara. And then she sang some mantra. And then with this mantra, the lake kind of like opened, and then the tunnel came out. And then Anna went into this tunnel, and then she found the sun disk. That was the story. So this book, I wrote it maybe 2025 in May, and then I published this. But Rosa couldn't really download this book, so she didn't know the content, what it is. Until this time, I went to South America in October, and then I gave it to her. So I think she didn't have time to read my book, honestly. So she didn't really know. But when I arrived in Bolivia after the jungle part, then she gave me the mantra. So that was really amazing to me because that was not like what I was asking, but the story said a lady, medicine woman, Aymara, medicine woman, will come on the boat, and then she sang the mantra to open up the channel. No? So she did it without knowing that was on my book. So I was like, wow, no? So this Rosa Maria, but I knew her. Well, we are friends already like 5 years now. We met online through another friend on US, and then so I've been interviewing her a lot from Tiwanaku, and sometimes we did some exchange that I was in Mount Fuji and she was in Tiwanaku, and we swapped some lives together to connect the mountain and the lake. And then we have been doing many things like that. But I just really didn't know until that moment. Wow, so we are really maybe really connected, no? Because this project which I channeled from Akhenaten, I really didn't know if it really exists. And then on that story, I'm supposed to go to Salar Uyuni, and then also Lake Titicaca, and then Portal de Aramuru, all these places which I wanted to go. But this trip to the Latin America last year was the real beginning was that because I received a scholarship from Aya retreat, and then this group is in the jungle, and then they invited me to go to get to know the Shipibo tribe. So the Shipibo tribe is a very beautiful tribe. It's really amazing. I really recommend you to go to the jungle and really get to know how they live. and then also really to be in the jungle and then feel the energy, because I think jungle is really one of the most wild and then most lively alive place, like that they are full of energy, it's a life force energy. And then so you are there, and then you started to receive, no, so many space and all the energy, and then all the beauty, that there's such a beautiful blue butterfly. And I mean, the grasshoppers, they are really beautiful green, yellow green, and then with the golden lines on. And then it's just so beautiful how they are all like designed. And then also the birds, how they are singing, and the flowers, beautiful flowers. So I was really so lucky to have this invitation to go to this jungle, because normally I was always afraid. I was feeling afraid of the jungle. So I thought, oh, maybe there are too many mosquitoes, or it's like maybe too much like animals and insects, and I don't think I can go there, right? But this time I got the scholarship. So I was like, wow, that scholarship from the jungle, such a thing exists. So I had to go. And then also this retreat was very beautiful. It was a women's retreat. So the shaman was also a lady. So I think it's very different when we have the men together, or even the shaman is a man, guy. And then most likely I know many guys shamans, but I didn't know so many women shamans. So the lady, Doña Olinda, is a really beautiful, and then, like a tiny, tiny lady. And then at first I was like, wow, so that I was the first day I had the interview with her, I said, well, I came here because I wanted to know the culture of the tribe Sipibo, and then also I really want to conserve all the traditions of the native people. So right now I am trying to emit some lives, you know, give some information to Japanese people so that they can also get to know the real pure shamanism. And then I also wanted to really protect their culture, and then like the weavings and all these crafts as well, because sometimes the younger generations, they tend to be more involved about the city life, so that they can start to lose their traditions. But the Incas and all these Andean people, they have such a beautiful and then very perfect high quality of all the wisdoms and all the magics and all the medicine. So I really wanted to conserve all these things, no? And then she said, well, está bien, it's good. No, I will help you. And then that day I thought, wow, thank you. But, I still thought that she was really a tiny lady until the night came, and the ceremony night. And this was of the ceremony on ayahuasca. So the taste of the ayahuasca was so like, whoa, icky. And I just really said, no, 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 this is not for me. And then, of course, I threw up. And then I just like, wow, this is it. I don't need it. But when the Olinda came, and then the beauty of the Shipibo tribe is that they sing in front of you one by one. So you are there, and then she just keeps singing and singing. Like, I don't know, I felt like 20 minutes for each person. So that her singing, this Ikaro, the voice really penetrates everywhere. And especially like my heart, one day, I got so much pain. So like her voice, the singing voice was penetrating so much. And then I started to remember that one day I was really pissed off with my father. And then I closed the door. There was an iron metal door, and I just closed it. And then with that, I was kind of closing, to feel the sentiment. And then her singing, her song revived my pain, when what I was feeling. And then also I felt, wow, this is so important, because without having this sense of the feeling, I could also damage to the others because I don't feel. No? And then I immediately thought about my son and how much damage I have maybe given to him. And then I got like so like painful, and then I got so like wow regretted, and then Doña Olinda said, well, now you will do some journey with your parents. And then now then I had to commit again to the another journey of ayahuasca. And like that, I had to do 5 times of this ayahuasca journey, which every time I didn't like the taste. And then the last ceremony, especially because of the taste, I said, whoa, no. But then the fourth ceremony was very beautiful. I was almost like feeling enlightenment with the sacred tree Norayao, and the golden light was coming. All my cells were really shining with a golden light. And then I said, wow, this is amazing. It's so beautiful. So the fifth day, I was a little bit like, well, okay, well, another day. And the last day is always, it's a very joyful arcana, they say. It's a very joyful ceremony. So the singing is different. And then Olinda, the shaman, she just calls all the spirits from the jungle. And it's really like a wishing, blessing ceremony. So I was like a little bit more like, not without cautious. I mean, I was okay and I was happy. But the end, what happened is that the ayahuasca didn't want to leave my body. So I was the last one really trying to get out, to throw out the ayahuasca, but I couldn't. So the ayahuasca really stayed in my body, and then now she became my guardian. And that day, this drawing I here, this is the cover of the book, which you can download tomorrow free. I'm giving the 5 days campaign on the Kindle Amazon. So please get it when it is free, because this book actually have lots of photos and then my drawings. So when you get like this, like a paper book in English, it became very expensive. And then this book right now in Japan is like, so I have like all these photos, and then yeah, I got like, like a different of my drawings, and yeah, so this is like that. So this is really like for me it's like a picture book, no, but it's a big size. And then also because of the printing, so Amazon made it, I think, in US dollars like 28 US dollars, but this was because otherwise they couldn't accept my button to go on to publish. And that's why I had to give kind of a high price. And for the printing cost, no? So I'm very sorry I didn't think about it, but I just really wanted to show you lots of photos and lots of my drawings, because on that retreat I did 60 drawings. 60 drawings I did because the day was very relaxed, and then you had so much time to spend on your hammock and then do the meditations, and then you really maybe someday you had only one meal, so you had all the day to process, no, what you were feeling. And then also the master plants. So it's not only ayahuasca, but there's this beautiful plant called bobinsana, and then she's such a pretty pink flower, and then with this like a pixie like fairy energy of this flower, we were like, really feeling the sisterhood, and then like singing and dancing together. And then she inspired me a lot to do lots of drawings as well. So in this book, there's a love letter to the bobinsana as well. And then, yeah, so the bobinsana is a special plant to really open up your heart. So on my journey, it was about the love, and it was about the unconditional love that my parents were always giving to me, and then really to accept, whatever story I had in my family, but really to appreciate, what I had, and then also really to open up myself and then receive all these blessings from the nature. So this journey was amazing. And then I really, one day, a very special thing was coming out from my deep side, which I was not conscious of at all. And then when this thing came out, it was like a monster. And then I felt, wow, immediately I felt this was something to do about, with my ancestors, not only maybe my personal life history, but maybe something more like a generation and generation, no? And so this thing was also coming out. And then they said that ayahuasca is a really famous plant to really cure yourself, which other things couldn't heal you. But because that it's like a jaga power that they can really see through, and then they can really find what is a major reason of why you are not balanced or you're not in harmony. So the trip was amazing. But after the jungle part, I went to Bolivia, and then there started the second part, which I went really to do this completion of this book, my first book, to drop the quotes to the Lake Titicaca, and then also to really communicate with the allies there, and then go myself to go to the island of Bolivia, those the Sun Island and the Moon Island, and then also really to go to the portal of Aramuru, which I wanted to go 12 years ago, but that time the road was not found. So after that, I also worked a lot as well. My life happened many things as well. I had to give up I had to give up some relationships. I had to not to attached to those things, right? To be able to more concentrated on my path, and then also to have the direct connection with the great spirit, and then the Pachamama, and then also like be in neutral, and then be in service as well. So these 12 years actually, my life has changed a lot, because before I had more desire, no, I had more like a emotional attachment, and then I wanted to have things for myself. But during these 12 years, I learned that when I have some emotional attachment, the thing is not going well. So I just released everything, release, and really just follow my light and the path, and then started to meet many beautiful young generations shamans, and then that what I am now giving to, transmitting some interviews, and then also creating some online courses for Japanese people, so that they can know the purity and the truth of the wisdom of the traditions. And then sometimes when we live in the city, we are just like our mind is so narrowed, and then we feel like we have to make some plans, and then we have to achieve something, and this is what we are supposed to do. But actually, when we speak about the nature, when we speak about the native people, how they live, their frequency and then their speed of the life is much, much more slower, and we can really appreciate the details of the nature, how beautiful everything is. And it is so wonderful to see even the people from the mountain and from the jungle, both of them, they don't feel that they lack something, but they have everything, no? They are so blessed. So the kids, they are so happy, and then they say, well, we have everything, right? So it's just so different when we are living in the city, and then we feel like that we lack time, we lack money, we lack what? No, the talents, we lack. And that actually people living in the nature, they are just so fulfilled. And then they said, well, we have everything. It's so different. So I love really to speak to them. And then whatever I wrote in this book is all about my experiences in the jungle, and then in Lake Titicaca and in Sararu Unit, and with the pictures, and then with the drawings, all are taken by me. And then I just really want you to feel the pure light from the Andes, because that is what I am doing. The book title is Light Carriers, and then it means that you are also coming from the light. You are also like communicating with others through light, because you are the light. And then also when you go somewhere, you are carrying your light as well. And then what I did, like for example, to receive the sun disk of the Lake Titicaca as energy, and then this light, this energy, the end I connected to Japan, to an island. So all these like light workers work is really existing on this planet. And so there are many light workers, many people who are really wishing the same, to be in harmony. And then internationally, we all get connected, right? And the Lake Titicaca, the Andes, is now really the fountain of the birthing of the energy. It's a fountain of the energy. So when we go there, we get really like rejuvenated. We get really like, like so happy, so much love. You feel so much life. And then, my sister Rosa Maria Vargas, that she gave me this 5 minutes this morning, the end of this, the beginning of this life, before she started to give the tour there. So she really kind of created these 5 special minutes for me in front of that gate, sun gate, to really to show you, where she is, and then the beauty of her, how deeply she's really taking care of the energy of those places. I really want to comment, the credit, give her the credit that what she's doing as a guardian, because when we go to sacred places, sometimes we just don't know the tradition, and then we just feel like to do our own way. And then so she stopped me and she said, "Look, sister, there is a way how we should worship, how we should put the offerings, how we should really walk in front of these places." So she hold all the wisdom from the tradition, and then she teaches us that, so that she's protecting the balance of the energy. When outsider, without knowing, we do something, of course we give some influence to the place. So sometimes the portal and all the power spots, the beautiful places, sometimes their energy is a little bit like agitated. So she's really the one who is guarding that beauty and then harmony from the ancient times. And yeah, and then also, her house has the form of the chakana, the shape of the chakana, and then she cooks for you. She's so beautiful. So I really recommend to go to visit her when you want to go to get to know about Bolivia, Lake Titicaca. Well, we went to like Salar Uyuni from La Paz to the Salar Uyuni is by in airplane. By flight, it's like 1 hour also, but you do need to fly because it's kind of far, no? And then there's a beautiful Rodriguez, and he's so nice. And then Rosa Maria works with Rodriguez, so he can take you also, I guess, to take you to the Salar Uyuni, which is so incredible. And then for by accident, I didn't go as a touristic season. I just went to the dry season. So actually it was like the white desert. So the car could just go in the really the middle center of the this Salar Uyuni, which is quite big. And so I actually had a beautiful time in the Salar Uyuni because it was all the white desert. It's like the dry desert. And then the end, Rodrigo took us to a special place where the water was still there, although it's a dry season. So there I could really see also not the Lake Uyuni, like the mirror image. And then I could even see the stars are reflecting on the lake. So it was just such a beautiful experiences. So wherever you go with Rosa Maria, she knows the people already because she's been working as a tour guide over 24, 25 years. And then also she knows a lot about the histories and the traditions as well. So she can teach you how to really connect with the ancestors, the spirits, and then also in her way that she can give you some blessings and some ceremonies so that you can really feel connected really deeply to the land. Yeah, so I really wanted to share. Then I'm so blessed to have the Rosa Maria with me as my friend. And then also, when if you are watching this live as an archive, please check the first part because that's the Rosa Maria speaking from the Tiwanaku. And so I really hope that you can get this download free and then on Kindle. Although some people say that they don't have Kindle, so if you don't have Kindle and if you really want to read the book, please write me, mention me, and maybe I can send you another way because the book, to buy the book, I know it's kind of expensive. So, but I just really want you to feel what I felt, and then really to share this light and then the blessings that I received in the jungle and then also in the Bolivia to you as well, so that you can really feel the light. And then, although this year they said it's a really like a rapid changing year, and then so you kind of like a shaky, and sometimes you may get kind of like like anxious about what's going to happen. But when we are connected to the light, and then when we know how to align ourselves with the Great Spirit, and then the Mother Earth, Pachamama, and then when we are really like living, and then selecting what is important for us and what is not to really receive with our heart, and then when we know that we are the light, and then we are always like really protected, and also we can always receive the beautiful synchronicities as well. So your path will be open. So thank you so much for watching this video, and then also be together with me. And then that was a free downloading is only for 5 days, and it's starting from the 21st until 25th. So I hope that you can get it. And then when you watch this video, on the description, there's the link. So please just check it, and then please get it. And then if you can write some comments or if you can, give me some feedback or any messages, that'll be amazing. So thank you so much for watching. And then I hope you will have a good day, great day. Thank you. See you. Ciao.